Hello from the other side. All right, so we're here. Um, Me and Wally. Wally's somewhere. I lost Wally. Wally's Wally's in the bag. So instead of a traveling gnome, we have a traveling Wally. So it is 1:13 in the morning here. We're off to a rough start. So the flight was horrible from Atlanta to Dubai, 14 hours. It was terrible. First thing was my entertainment console didn't work, so I had no entertainment for 14 hours. It's just me. Then the seat recliner, and I upgraded to the Delta Comfort. I upgraded. The reclining seat didn't stay reclined, so if I moved, it would pop straight back up into an upright position. So, and because my carry-on bag was heavier than I would have liked it to be, it put a lot of strain on my shoulders and like my lower back. So I was just very uncomfortable sitting in that seat for 14 hours. That's the longest I've been on a flight in over a decade. So that was very uncomfortable. I could not sleep. I was exhausted and I thought I would sleep and I could not sleep. I read books and listened to music and went through my luggage and just at some point, because we left Atlanta at 10:10 p.m. Eastern time, and I was in a middle seat, so I wasn't at a window, but at some point between maybe like 2 or 3 a.m., we had crossed over to a time zone that it was daytime. And then at about noon, maybe like noon, 1 o'clock, it was like getting dark again. So I could tell we were moving toward the Middle East because we were arriving in the Middle East. We were arriving in Dubai at 9:30. So probably around between 6 and 7 a.m., I finally was able to go to sleep. I estimate that I probably slept somewhere about 3 hours, non-consecutive hours at that. So it was like in and out, in and out. There was a lot of children on the plane, and I feel like at some point all the children woke up at the same time throughout the plane. They all did. It was like an alarm clock went off, and they all woke up at like 9:15. All the children are up and screaming and crying and coughing. But that was that. So we finally land in Dubai. It's like 9:30. I gotta go through customs. So I'm in customs. Then I gotta wait for my bag. I finally get my bag. And and TSA took my baby oil in New Orleans. I couldn't even get through in New Orleans. My gripe is I got that travel size bottle from Target out the travel size section. So if this was not TSA approved, why is it here? But so I was PO'd about that because that's my only moisturizer. Like I don't carry hand lotions. Like it's just baby oil. So when I got to Dubai, they had a pharmacy shop inside because I went to the duty free shop and all they had was like perfumes and liquor. So as I was looking for the taxi sign, I was trying to get a taxi to the hotel. So as I was looking for the taxi, trying to follow the little taxi sign, because they say it's easy to navigate the airport, but I did not find that easy. Some stuff was just Arabic. And then further down, there would be the English translate. I guess it's English translation. I don't know. I don't speak Arabic. So that was a little confusing to me. And the airport is very big. Like I'm just walking and walking and walking and walking and walking and walking, following the taxi sign it felt like the other end of the airport. So that was in itself frustrating. So I saw a pharmacy and I realized, hey, I don't have any baby oil or any kind of moisturizer, so I need to get a moisturizer. So I go in there, and they have this Johnson & Johnson's baby oil gel, which is fine by me. Like I normally use the cocoa butter, but this is blossom scent. I didn't care. I bought it. It was like 22 AED. I don't care. I need it. I need it now. Got that. So this is where the night turns worse. As I come out and I'm looking I had called the hotel and I had asked the hotel if I had made a reservation for a car service to pick me up, because for some hotels I did, for some hotels I didn't, but I couldn't be sure. So I called and she said no, she didn't have one on file. So I asked her about how much does it cost to get a cab to the hotel. She tells me it's between 80 and 90 AED. I said great, because I had that, about that much cash for AED on me. So I'm again with my luggage and I'm following the signs for a taxi, and I'm looking for a taxi. I'm looking for the taxi sign, and I'm looking for taxi people, because I'm assuming that there's kind of like in MSY. Sometimes there's taxi people on the inside of arrivals that are waiting to take you. I've seen that sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes they're just in their car, but I get the bus. So this guy says, "Oh, you're looking for a taxi?" And I said, "Yes." He's like, "I'm a taxi. You can come with me. You can be my fare." I say, "Great." So I go up. He's got my bags, and we're walking. Another car pulls up, and he loads the bags in. We get in. So this is odd, right? Now there's 2 men for 1 taxi. This is odd. I now know this is odd. My suspicion is now up. And at that moment, I had texted my friend Obi, and I was like, I feel like I'm about to be swindled. Like, this doesn't look like an official cab. But now I'm weighing, if I make a scene, is it worth it? I don't know these people. I don't know these, I don't know the customs really. Is it worth my life, my luggage, my stuff? Like, at what point is this do I fight it? So he's pointing things out. His English is not that great, but he's pointing other things out in the area. So he's very nice. He wasn't rude. Halfway through the trip, he gives me a receipt ticket, and it's for 400 AED. Now that is 4 times as much as what it would have cost me for a regular cab. And so I say to him, "Well, I called the hotel and they told me it was only going to be 90 AED. So where is this extra 350 coming from?" And he said it's airport tax and it's a flat rate fee. This is odd. Now we have a problem, because I don't have that much cash on me. So he takes me to an ATM. And at that point, I know I'm being swindled. We're at an ATM. I have 2 choices. I can either say no, and we're in this weird area. Like, it's a real ATM. It's an HBC bank, whatever that bank was, HSBC or something like that. So it's a real ATM, and it's not in a completely desolate area, but it's also, at this point, it's like 10:45 at night. So it's dark, and I'm at this ATM, and at that point, I'm like, I have to pay. Like, I have to pay this. I have to pay this and get to the hotel. Like, I have to. Like, I just have to be out of this situation. So needless to say, yeah, and they took me to the wrong hotel anyway. And I had to get another cab, a real cab, and they felt so bad for me about the situation. They wanted me to file a police report and whatnot, and I'm like, at this point, it's like live and you learn. It's like, I already had my Dubai tourism app. What I should have done when I called the hotel was ask for them to send a cab for me, or I should have just ordered the cab from the app. I've had the app for months. It wasn't new. The only thing I can say is I think I was just so in my feelings about the flight and the time, and I'm not sleeping, and I'm tired, and I'm exhausted, that I was just so in my feelings that I lost my better sense of judgment. So, not off to a great start, but it is the middle of the night, so it's 1:21 here. Tomorrow's a brand new day to get real taxi cabs and to make better decisions, and I've got 5 more days to do it. So tomorrow, I'm just gonna maybe go get my nails done at the hotel down here at the salon. And it's so cute because they felt so bad about me getting swindled. They upgraded my room. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess some good comes out of it. But yeah, I think tomorrow I'm just going to go get my nails done and maybe go downtown and just kind of see some things before my first meeting on Monday. Maybe I'll, take a lay of the land and see how the metro system works. So they have a metro here too that's much cheaper. I'm all about cost efficiency. So I might try that. So that's kind of where we are now. And I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to eat an apple and go to bed and wake up and have breakfast and make myself look presentable and make better decisions. All right, so this is hello from the other side.